Just where to put all your faith, and how will it grow? Gonna rise up, burning black holes and dark memories. Gonna rise up, turn mistakes into gold. Of time, too fast to fold, suddenly swallowed by signs, lo and behold. Gonna rise up, find my direction magnetically. Gonna rise up, throw down my ace in the hole.
Hey, this is Scott, and I'm here to show you my 1977 Dodge Sportsman with a Travel World coach. It is a very nice camper. It's 22 foot long. It has a 360 engine with a 727 transmission, has 45,000 miles on it. It runs great. I went to Delphi, Ohio to pick this up, and I drove it about 74 miles home, and it drove like a dream. The running gear was well taken care of, all new brakes, all new carrier bearings, transmission flushes. He did everything on this thing, so it drove amazing. And at 45,000 miles, you can't really go wrong with the 360 engine. So far as the running gear is concerned, it drives great. Now the coach, on the other hand, it has a few little problems, but it is a Travel World coach, and the Travel World Coach Company built their coach with metal tube framing, all welded and put together very nicely. And the one thing about tube framing is it does not rot if there is a small roof leak. So like a lot of these coaches that were built in this era from the 70s and the 80s, they were built with like 2x2s and 1x1s and just thrown together real quickly and built a box around it. But once they got a leak, you know how wood reacts to water. It ends up rotting over time. And once you're about 40 years old, that wood becomes very bad. So I was very glad to have the metal tubing frame because it gives you a great base to start with. Not that this coach didn't have a little water damage. That thin paneling that's on the walls, once it gets a little moist, it pretty much rots away to nothing. So we do have a little work to do there, but there's a great base to start with. So I'll just get right into this and give you a quick tour of what we're working with. I've already done some of the tear out and everything like that, so I can show you pictures of the before and where we're at now in the progress. So here, take a look. This is the over the cab bedding area. I ripped all the panel out of the ceiling. All this is really solid. I mean, there was some insulation up here, and And you can see that metal tubing. It's great to have. The luau board that was underneath, that connected the underneath part with the siding of the camper that's underneath, it got kind of moist. You can see it got ripped out. So we're going to fix all that up. A great plank wood here for the support beam. Very nice. Everything's hanging off of this, and you can see it's got some 2x2s and everything like that for the frame of this bed. But spray foam insulation on the walls. The ceiling's going to need some new insulation, which we will put that in. But other than that, very solid. We're going to make sure this window gets good and sealed, and all the cab corners and things like that sealed. He just sealed the roof, but I suspect there's a few small leaks around the cab corners and maybe this front window, because I saw a little moisture after I bought it. So, and that's the reason for ripping the cab out. So, very good shape. Put a few more little support pieces in here, and we'll be back on the road here. So, this is the cab area. Seats are in great shape. This one here had one little crack here in the corner, but I think we can live with that. And this seat is like brand new. He had all floor mats. There's new carpeting in the front. Like I said, a 360 engine. It's got the air conditioning unit here. I can't quite get it to work yet. I don't know if it just needs a new on-off switch, or I checked the fuses. Everything looked good there, but we'll have to do a little more digging on that part. Steering's tight as can be. And like I said, 46,425 miles. So very low miles. Heat works great. It's just a great piece. Now let's get to the rest of the cab here. It's got lighting. Some of the lighting's going to need updated because the wife doesn't like the old looking lights and the panel. So the panel, it's in good shape. We'll probably just scuff it up and give it a nice fresh coat of whatever color paint she picks, because I'm not doing that. The windows are nice. They all work. They go in and out. We get on this side, we have a couch. And all the cushions I threw out already because I am not sleeping on someone else's body filth. So this turns into a double bed. The bottom part slides out and you have two mattresses, and it turns into a double bed. So you can sleep a full-size adult there very comfortably. And you got the cabinets over top. I saved all the doors. We're going to paint those. And you can put your clothes, camping gear, whatever. On the other side here, we got more cabinets for another person to put their stuff, or more camping gear. Like I said, I saved all the doors. And this whole area here is pretty much wide open. So we're going to put a new floor in, and we're going to probably build like a single bed there, just so we can, a single bed, like, or a futon type bed, so that another person can sit there comfortably. You could seat maybe 6 people in here, but sleep 4 comfortably. So, and that's all the speakers, everything. They all look pretty new, but they're not hooked up, and the radio's not hooked up either. So windows all work well. So that's that part, and that's our plans for that part. Flooring was in pretty good shape for, who knows, he probably replaced it once, but a 40-year-old camper, we're going to rip it all out and put some nice wood floor in, some kind of probably floating type floor, something like that, so that it will flex with the cab. So it'll also be nice for clean out. So instead of carpet, you definitely don't want a lot of carpet in your RV, because it just collects all the dirt. So a nice stove. We checked it out. It all works. We lit it. The oven works. The all 4 burners work. It has an overhead vent fan that vents right outside. It's got a light on it and an exhaust fan, so it works very well also. Just needs polished up. It should look really nice. More cupboard space. You can hang your coat in here. You got a few more cubbies. And the refrigerator. The refrigerator works. I'm not for sure if we're going to keep it or not. It's got some seals that probably need replaced if we do keep it. If not, we'll probably just switch over to electric, and I'll put a outlet on the inside and grab a nice little refrigerator from Lowe's for about 120 to 30 bucks, and we'll probably go with that. And the original, excuse me, the original furnace that was in here, he had taken out, and he replaced it with this propane wall furnace, and it works good. We tested it out also. We'll probably just make sure it's mounted a little better and tighten everything up there. The sink works very well. The water works. He's already got it winterized, so he's got all the antifreeze in there. More lighting underneath. Now, there was a little water damage inside the cabinets. We did have to rip the panel out, but all the walls behind it are in good shape, and we haven't seen any leaks since. We'll probably just replace some paneling and go with that. The air conditioning unit also works very well. Like you can see here, some of these ceiling panels, especially around the air conditioner, because there's so much moisture, they start looking bad. But I got the whole head unit. Everything works great. Blows nice cold air. So that's another good spot for us. We got another cabinet where you come in the back door. Back door works well. Just, like I said, just get rid of some of this paneling, paint it up, freshen it up real nice. It'll look really good. And then the bathroom is another project that we're gonna definitely have to work on. But it does have the sink, toilet we'll probably change out, and it has a tub and a shower, which is not bad. But up in this corner, there was a little bit of moisture getting in at one time, so we ripped it all out, and we're going to replace it with some new wood and make sure that's good and sealed and new insulation. So that is a tour of the inside of the camper. Thank you.